is. And he kind of really didn't even know that. But what I led him into was go to work for someone that's already doing that. But here's the secret. Once we get communicating with people, like your communication is incredible with the people that you're connecting with, and they respect you, lead them into working in the industry that they want to go into, the type of business. But don't just be an employee and going in there to make money. Go in there to learn every single aspect of that business. The one I like to use is the simplest. If you're in the restaurant business as a waiter, don't go in there and just hustle for tips to make some money and come home and say, I made $50 tonight. Go in there and learn the inventory system. Learn how they order things. Learn how the cash register works. Learn how they rotate the food. Learn how they schedule. But the point is, go in as an entrepreneur in training in the job that you have and take full advantage and supplement it with reading and online courses or whatever you got to do. Well, Ateba?
Well, I was going to say something quick about that. You know, just to kind of prove the theory, Phil Knight, he started Nike, and I met him, and I remember, so at Nike, they're very much about coaching to win. And I think a lot of their success is because they allow you to explore. If you start in one area within the company and you're not happy with that area, you want to move into another area, maybe you think you'll do better as designer and you're over in sourcing. They'll help you coach to win to move you into the area that's your passionate about, because they understand that when an employee is passionate about what they're doing, they're going to work hard for you. So I remember this one day meeting Phil Knight, and I say this to say that even Phil Knight, he would walk on a campus like he was just a regular person. You know, he was the founder of Nike, this huge brand. And I remember sitting there, and they had like a sports restaurant. You could sit there, eat lunch. And I was sitting at the table, and he was like right next to me at the table. And so he said to me, he said, oh, so what do you do? He always wanted to know, what did you do? And that's why I told him I was in international trade. And he was like, oh, you know, you must be smart. I said, yeah. And he said, oh, you're a veteran. I said, well, no, I just started. He said, no. He said, well, once you start the first day, you're a veteran. You know, you're a part of something. You're a part of the company. You know, so he made you feel like you was a part of something. He didn't make it seem like, oh, this is my company. You know, he made you feel like you had ownership over the best brand in the country, you know, and it made you want to work harder. And then just having that conversation with him, he was very open and humble. And so I say that to say that if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to understand that you are a coach. You are a coach. You're not a dictatorship, but you're a coach leading people to their passion and wanting and giving them the desire to win in the field that you are in, or to win maybe in a different department they want to explore. And even as an educator, you're a coach to help people develop their skills and be all that God has called them to be.
Wow. So Truth Entrepreneur Club, www.truth, Truth, entrepreneur, entrepreneur. It's got an S on it, by the way, Entrepreneurs Club. And then it's got the word club. So let me ask you that again. Is that correct? Truth Entrepreneurs Plural Club?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. .org, not .com or .net. So
if you put .org or .com, it'll come up, either one.
Yeah. So I want everybody to go there. And Ateba, when I first met you a couple of weeks ago, and we started talking, and I said, let's just start to get to know each other a little bit on these shows, and because we've got so much in common that we want to do. Our passions are the same. And so tonight, the same thing I did last week. This is pre-recorded. It's going to air on Monday morning. I said tonight. But this show that we're recording, now we're starting to get into what it really is that we want to impart upon these people, these young men and others, on how to do things the right way. But you've proven what my theory is. They got to know you love them. They got to know you're there for them, not yourself. Mm-hmm. Then they got to have a trust that they feel safe with you. Mm-hmm. And then you got to develop some respect. Then they got to have a desire to listen. then they got to have a desire to change the way they are to go into the legal world and to do it the right way. And then there's plenty of tools. And I mean, the tools are universal. You can go to any college, business school, whatever you want to do and get the tools. But the problem is the population that we're dealing with, they're not necessarily ready to just embark in a classroom environment, get a textbook and start doing assignments. They have to be motivated to want to do that.
Yeah, but also those young black men that have records, they can't get financial aid to go to college.
That's terrible.
So they can't learn about business or get a business degree unless they pay for the classes themselves, and they don't have the money to do that. So that's another reason why Truth Entrepreneurs Club is so important to me, because it's offering these classes for free where they can't pay for it because they can't get access to FAFSA or to financial aid or a grant.
We sure hope and pray that's going to change soon, because one of the worst mistakes they made in the prison world, when Clinton changed, I'm not into politics at all, but when Clinton took away the Pell Grants and Tough on Crime came in the 90s, and there used to be so many programs in prisons that were doing financial literacy and college courses. The PBS special that was on last week, the Barred Prison Initiative, College Behind Bars, and they used to have so many programs that you could get a college education in prison, but then they did away with the Pell Grants and the scholarships, and until that comes back, they can't afford it. So we need to stop now, but we're going to have to do some more again. So I just want to make this announcement. Ateba and I are going to spend an awful lot of time together with another person named Wade Slesky. That's episode 141, because we're all working for the same thing. We've all identified the root cause of the problem. We've got disadvantaged youths that were born into families and raised in neighborhoods that they didn't choose, that they just aren't getting the same advantages of other people that are in stable neighborhoods and have good parenting. And so we want to get into them. We're going to reach them in their schools. We're going to reach them behind bars of prison, wherever we have to reach them. But we want to be there for them. And we're going to change the world, because these people deserve a first chance. A lot of them deserve a second chance if they screwed up before. But your conversation in this show has been absolutely wonderful. And I encourage everyone to follow up with me, and I'll put you in touch with Ateba. I gave you her website there. And Ateba, we need to sign off now, but is there anything you would like to say as we close this show?
No, I just look forward to just getting this work started and really working with this particular group of young men. And I'm excited about it, and very humbled that you have me on your show again to discuss this important topic. Thank you.
Ateba, you're wonderful. The Lord's going to bless you with great success in what you do, and I'm there with you on it, and so we're going to keep going forward with this. Again, thanks for being on the show. And everyone, have a great week, and God bless you, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Right Thinking with Steve Copeland. I look forward to being with you again next week, and remember, don't quit, plan ahead, it will get better. God bless you, and have a great week.